What's the matter? The boy can't take care of his own problems?
1-to-1 problem, yes. 5-to-1 problem. Too much ask anyone.
Is that what's bothering you? The odds? Well, we can fix that. You like matching, Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, Sensei! No more fighting.
This is a karate dojo, not a knitting class. You don't come in my dojo and drop a challenge and leave, old man. Now, you get your boy on the mat, or you and I will have a major problem.
Too much advantage. Your dojo.
Name a place.
Tournament.
You've got real nerve, old man. Real nerve. But I think we can accommodate you. Can't we, Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, Sensei.
You're listening to Foundations for Founders, a podcast about startups and life and everything in between. Hey, welcome to another edition of Foundations for Founders. I'm Dan in Post Falls.
I'm Angel in Seattle.
So, Angel, we were talking off mic. You've had quite the interesting internet week.
It's been horrible.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely horrible. My little podcasting setup here is bringing me back to the old dial-up days where I have cables strewn across the living room and all over the place, and I am hardwired in. No Wi-Fi at the moment after 2 separate modems and a technician visit, and the Wi-Fi NIC card in my modem is not working. It's just not happening.
We should almost just do this podcast over walkie-talkie.
I feel that, well, I mean, now that I'm hardlined into the modem, I'm at 124.56. All right.
Well, right on.
That's great, but this is not sustainable. My life is too much wireless, dude.
You need to be off the chain.
I don't have the bandwidth for this problem. That's pun intended. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing for that.
Where the hell's our intern? We need to get an intern that has a soundbite that chimes in with the studio audience applause for that.
Oh man, we totally
I think
do
we
need.
deserve a studio audience, man.
We totally need an intern.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to be our intern? Email us.
Who wants to be the intern at Foundations for Founders?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I'm Twitterverse Angel Aspects 21 or Angel at hagglechamp.com. Yeah.
Or Dan at hagglechamp.com or at Dan Reyes on Twitter.
Yeah, I want resumes and letters of recommendation in video format.
Oh, that's what I want. I want a video resume.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Please. So a couple things. In addition to that, I guess falling apart. We have not done a live cast for your drinking yet. We did.
No, we have not yet. We have not yet.
No.
I guess we're doing that Sunday or Saturday.
Well, we gotta. So we booked it on Friday because that was the best for fleeting schedules in the middle of the holidays, and then a lot of circumstances have kind of caught up with us. Both different things. I have a completely loaded weekend. I got a lot of stuff to do for Haggle Champ. I got meetings. I got interview stuff. I got all kinds of things, and then I've got outside plans. So we'll have to work on that.
Okay.
I'm so stoked for Friday too. But listener faithful, stay with us. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
It's going to happen. And once we book a hard, fast, cold, hard deadline, we'll start to let you guys know. We'll tell you on the air. And that brings us to another interesting point as far as schedule changes go. We, sir, are going to have to pick a new record night.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
Tuesdays are conflicting schedules now.
Absolutely.
Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
A little bit of a change.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Saturday mornings. Not too early so we could sleep in, but I'm thinking like noon, something like that.
Yeah, roll out of bed at the crack of noon.
Yeah.
What T-shirt am I going to wear?
Exactly. Record the show, move on. I'm thinking something like that.
Yeah. We could figure. Why don't we just do 5? Let's give them 5 a day at a time. I don't think I have that much to say.
I was gonna say I don't have that much to say either. It's hard enough finding 3 stories for one show.
It's just gonna be cat videos.
It's gonna be cat videos and horrible news stories.
Yeah,
and I'd rather give our people the best.
Yeah, of course. Internet radio superstardom starts right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we should talk about our discussion topic, which is later in the show.
Yeah, what are we discussing today? What's going on?
We're going to talk a little bit about how to define your target market.
Okay.
Since we talk a lot about business and startups,
Sure.
figured we'd, helpful service, how to define. Because, like, when I go meet people, especially other business owners or whatever, a lot of them just tell me, I ask them, so who's your target audience? Who's your ideal customer? And they just look at me and say, anybody. I'm like, well,
Right.
that doesn't help. You have
That's a very dream come true answer.
It is, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
But you have to have a base to start with.
It's true.
It's very important. So we'll go into that towards the end of the show.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got.
Yeah,
should we get into the stories?
Well, what happened with your week? I guess.
Oh yeah, my week.
All about it's me.
I
That's
know.
it.
I know it is all
I
about
say
you.
tomato, and that's final.
I did have tomatoes
tomato.
this week, and I don't like tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't like tomatoes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's something I don't like. My week. Well, we got a new camera for Haggle Champ.
That's factually correct.
Yeah, so we'll be starting to make some web videos. So
What's good too? I think what did we get?
we got a Nikon D3200.
3200.
Right.
It's a lot of
So
zeros.
right, 2 zeros in fact.
Yep. Both of them.
Not the greatest camera, but still pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I took some practice shots with it yesterday.
Yep. Saw a
And-
couple of those. Turned out nice.
Well, yeah, and then I had some printed at the Walmart up the street, just to kind of see what it looks like printed. Holy crap, are these pictures phenomenal!
Oh, in one of those insert.
Yeah, like 10 cents for a photo.
Yeah, like insert SD card here kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which those printers aren't necessarily the best, but these pictures came out amazing. So I'm wondering if I used an actual good service,
Yeah.
how great they would look. So I'm pretty happy with the resolution. Did some more test videos today. I'm very happy with this camera.
Nice.
Yeah. And I guess, okay, so most startup people can't really make their own videos because they don't know shooting or editing or any of that stuff.
Mhm.
I do.
Yeah.
That was my background for 15 years, so that's okay. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
We've been approached by people that didn't know what we do.
Oh, that's true. Based off our
and
videos.
asked, yeah, like, hey, will you guys do our video?
I know.
We don't really do that. Yeah. Could you do our video anyway? It's like, all right, how much you got? Like $500. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But seriously, they've asked. Yeah.
Oh, I know they have. Yeah, I was there when they asked. I thought it was funny that they asked us in front of another company who only made videos.
Yeah, who just does videos. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the guy with the drone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we're getting asked to make videos.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, we've got some interesting stories. I guess we should start with the first one.
Uh-huh.
And-
And if you're playing the drinking game at home, that's the first time you've said interesting on the show?
Do I say interesting a lot?
A lot, yeah, and I say factually correct quite a bit.
Oh man, we have our verbal crutches.
That's true.
That's interesting. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
me too.
okay. Okay, so this first story comes from
Uh-huh.
techdirt.com.
Tech dirt.
Tech Dirt.
How do you find this stuff? I bring up your RSS feed a lot. I want to see what it is.
Oh, it's magic. Magic and sorcery. No, actually, if you really want to know, I won't tell you. Anyways.
Oh, come on.
So the headline reads,
cool.
developers of Chrome extension
Yeah.
that finds cheap textbook prices
Uh-huh.
receives legal threat from major textbook supplier.
Legal threats. These are fun.
Yeah, these are legal threats. It's amazing.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So essentially okay, so the headlines or the story goes, the textbook publishing industry has turned books of facts into overvalued goods on par with priceless finds at an antique store. It's a really weirdly worded sentence. Whatever.
Especially when priceless is in air quotes, which
Yeah.
the listener won't know otherwise.
Yeah. So okay, so essentially, a developer has created an app or a plugin into Chrome that'll help you find your textbooks cheaper. It scours the internet. The plugin is called Occupy the Bookstore. And, yeah, that's awesome. And it'll browse tons of bookstore websites and find you the best possible price on your used books or your books. Well,
I thought that Occupy movement like died a couple of years ago.
more or less, I think they've gone more internet-based as opposed to physical-based.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people who
Did you
feel
have
that
a
way.
bunch of those around?
We had people who made signs.
Oh yeah, but not like camping out in tents and.
Well, they did a little bit, but the funny thing was, there's not really a lot to protest around here.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah.
So there's not a lot.
I asked a guy. I was in Arizona when that was a huge thing, and I was
Right.
like, what are you occupying for? Like, what's this all about, bro?
Mhm.
Talk to me, man. Yeah, you should, yeah, you should be part of the movement, man. All right, what's it about? You should just buy in, man. It's like, well, isn't buying in? Anyway, I digress. So it's Occupy the Bookstore.
Occupy the Bookstore is the name of the
Yep.
extension.
Yeah.
And yeah, essentially they got a letter that said, "Hey, knock off your Chrome extension. You're dipping into our profits, essentially."
Wow, that big, huh?
Well, I mean, I would
I guess
guess.
anything's noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the team announced on Reddit on their AMA, we've been asked to remove the extension by Follett, a $2.7 billion company that services over 1,700 college bookstores.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of complying, we rebuilt the extension from the ground up and rebranded it as Occupy the Bookstore, as the user is literally occupying their website to find cheaper deals. So they're fighting. They're fighting. I love that.
I appreciate that a little bit. Especially because it's really witty,
Right.
and they were pretty forthcoming with.
Well,
the
my only
rebuild.
thought
That's
is like,
kinda-
okay, that's awesome. It's an extension,
Right.
but could you not just Google the book and hit shopping? So yeah, it's not like you make it significantly cheaper
Mm-hmm.
or easier, but
Do they get a finder's fee out of this?
I have no idea.
It's all just on the back end. Like, oh, right, $2 book. Like, that's even feasible, but we'll just play with those numbers. And then it comes out to like $32. It's like, yeah, $30 for using the Occupy and the one-time processing fee. And yeah,
I would laugh so hard if that's what they did.
yeah.
Oh man, that would be amazing. I doubt they do that, but that would be amazing.
Yeah, well,
All right, so we're in
You know
agreement.
what that
It's cool
smells
that
like
they're
to
doing
me?
this, right?
you know what that smells like?
What does that smell like? Teen Spirit?
Capitalism.
Oh, I thought you said Teen Spirit.
No, capitalism.
Yeah, it does smell like capitalism,
Hmm.
which is what Haggle Champ's based off. So
Yeah, it's true.
that's true. You'll
Yeah.
find out more in the commercial later.
Of course.
Yeah,
They're a proud sponsor.
that's right. It's weird
Yeah.
because we run the company,
We do run the company.
so there's that.
But they were kind enough to sponsor us, which is great.
We were kind enough to sponsor ourselves.
That's true.
So nice of us.
I can't wait to see our tax filings this year.
Oh, it'll be interesting.
And you guys spent a lot of money on a podcast. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that.
It's all marketing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
No, it's not marketing.
kind
Shouldn't
of.
say first. No way. It's for the Founder Nation.
That's true. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So the next story comes from
Occupy the Bookstore. Yeah. Go ahead.
The next story comes from Bloomberg.com. Verizon has approached AOL for possible takeover or joint venture.
This is weird.
Isn't this?
I heard about this. I heard about this today, in fact, between meetings at the 9 to 5.
Okay.
And yeah, I just read up on it, and I got this. I guess what are the notable AOL holdings, right? Like Huffington Post and something else, but weird. I thought this was a weird move, but go ahead. What do we got? What's this?
Yeah, so nobody is officially talking just yet, but it's just a lot of sources say, unnamed sources kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that's really coming out is, speaking at a conference today, Verizon chief executive Lowell McAdams said the company isn't having significant acquisition discussions, but is interested in partnerships with media companies and content providers rather than buying.
Yeah, so the framework for this story is takeover versus joint venture.
Right. So it sounds more
what
like
are your
joint
thoughts?
venture.
I think if I was AOL, right, I would be praying for a takeover.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I'd be like, we've lasted way longer than we were supposed to last. Please take us over and buy us out and give us better infrastructure and just get rid of it. Go. That's what I think.
They're looking for content providers, and we provide content as Foundation for Founders. So if Verizon wants to partner with us,
right? But you would pick a joint venture for content. I would assume publishing from AOL.
well, so this article on Bloomberg says that they're actually trying to go for video. They want to expand their mobile video offerings. Verizon does.
Right.
So I know Huffington Post creates quite a few online shows.
Right.
So, but enough to expand their offerings? I don't see. You know what I mean?
That's going to be joint venture or hostile takeover, or maybe not so hostile takeover. The person that sells AOL to Verizon is going to be my hero.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Because if I was like in acquisitions for Verizon, AOL wouldn't really even be on my radar.
Right. But okay, let's say your boss comes on down and says, "Hey, I need you to buy AOL, toot sweet. What are you gonna do with it?"
I don't think that's the appropriate question, though. Do you?
They're not gonna buy AOL. They're gonna partner with them.
Right, but for your distribution, give me a short list of better candidates for what Verizon's marketing efforts are after for digital content distribution. Unless this is like network related stuff, right? Like television or radio or something like that. Give me a short list of any names that would come to your head if you were in that office.
Here's what I would legitimately do.
Yeah.
I would make a hit list of like the top 50 podcasts on the iTunes store,
right,
and the top 50 or maybe even top 100 YouTube channels, and just see who I can make an exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I would start, even before going into partnering with a whole nother company.
But America Online? I don't even think
that's what I mean. Don't
radar.
skip America Online. Go to YouTube. Go to iTunes.
Exactly. That's the question right there. Your boss doesn't come down and say, I want you to go buy AOL Tootsuite. I think he says, find me somebody that can give us digital content distribution.
Right.
Tootsuite, go. And then you come back with things like Netflix, Google, YouTube. I mean, that's Google, I guess, right? They own YouTube now. I mean, the days of AOL and Real Player are gone, right? Let's take a look at the acquisitions list from AOL pre possibility of Verizon, and then we'll get into that news story a little bit more because I'm just on one right now. Booklink, Navisoft, Johnson Grace, CompuServe. Do you remember CompuServe?
Barely.
Netscape. Do you remember Netscape Navigator?
Oh man, yeah.
Do you know what the valuation was when they bought them?
What was the valuation then?
Netscape. Let me count the zeros. $4.2 billion. 24 November 1998. Nullsoft, Gateway.net, MapQuest. I mean, are any of these successes to you?
No, not at all.
No, nobody uses this stuff. In fact, most of them are gone. eVoice, iAmaze, Quack. This is like this was like the precursor to the .bomb era, and they just lost and lost and lost and lost money. Huffington Post is huge. I'll give them that.
Right.
Game Daily is kind of big. AdTech is kind of big, but that's like a German market stuff.
Mm-hmm.
About Me is under that umbrella, but no way. I would go with somebody private, or I would go with somebody like I'd go Hollywood if I had to. But anyway, go ahead. I wouldn't choose AOL at all, but that's a huge win if you're AOL selling this thing for joint venture. What are they trying to produce through AOL? I guess is a better
Just
question.
expand their mobile platform and offerings. Make more. See, that's the name of the game right now is exclusive content. You know, like Amazon is trying to create more shows for Amazon Prime, the marketplace. I think Kindle.
Do they have their own studio now?
Yeah, they have Amazon Studios.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Um,
I mean, it was a matter of time, right? Like,
yeah, yeah.
You get into that Netflix game, like I guess it's a matter of time, but
Well, yeah,
that's really
and then
cool.
HBO's
I don't
launching their own
use it.
app.
Right on. Well, HBO's kind of been around for a long time.
I know, but now
They're
you
kind of
can
a
get
powerhouse
around
now.
buying the channel. You can just have the app.
Oh no! No kidding. Okay,
Yeah.
so they just stream all the content there. You just pick what you want to watch as long as it's an HBO show.
Exactly.
Kind of, all right, I'm
So-
down.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. So the valuation jumped with this news. I mean, I'll give you the business hardline on this. AOL rose 3.4% to $46.25 a share in New York. When's the last time you've even heard of AOL for a browser?
For a browser?
This is so bizarre to me to talk about AOL in 2015. Like, I remember, like, can't wait to get their new CD in the mail, the 2.3 point, 4 point, whatever, just so that I could, like, use it as a coaster. Microwaving a CD is fun. Don't do it at home, kids. I would destroy these things because there was no use for them.
I had somebody give me their business card recently,
Yeah.
and it had an @AOL.com account.
Yeah. They're
And-
relevant still.
Well, I asked the guy flat out. I was like, "Do you need to update your cards?"
Yeah. Really?
Oh yeah.
Dick move.
Well, that was my first reaction. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't even
well-
know they still had an AOL mail.
You said it though. That's props to you, man.
Well, I didn't. I wanted to make sure I could get a hold of him.
Sure.
You know? And he was like, "Oh no, it still works." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. It wasn't being a jerk. It was being inquisitive.
No, that's all right. But yeah, that was where your mind went, right?
Right.
Like, it's relevant. That's exactly what.
That clearly doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not real.
This
I'm
is
in a
not real.
dream state now.
All right, let's
Get your-
move on to the next story.
Yeah. This is weird. Let's. I know we've said this in the other. I think next podcast we got to do some follow-ups on these stories because I want to know where this goes.
All right.
Let's bookmark it. I know we got a couple more to follow up on.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
I
so
wanna
this
see-
is the last story of the night.
Not like cappuccinos, but
Yeah,
pretty good.
Camel Chinos.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still going strong, and you know it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this one
Mhm.
comes from slashdot.org,
Okay.
and the headline reads: Sony thinks you'll pay $1,200 for a digital Walkman.
Yep.
Awesome.
Done.
So yeah, that's basically the story.
Story's over.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So Sony is releasing or reintroducing the Walkman brand as a
So-
high-resolution audio player.
Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
Do you know when the last time I listened to a Walkman was?
87?
It was. I don't know the exact year or time or month or day, but I
Mhm.
do know it was when I was watching a telethon and surfing the web on AOL.
Nice.
Yeah. I was probably doing some IRC chat stuff. Who knows?
Oh man, watching some old school tech TV with Leo
Yeah.
Laporte.
Yep. Telethon, AOL. That's it. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh man.
Walkman.
So, the Walkman, a brand that has been around since the dawn of time,
That's true.
is being reintroduced
It's
as
just cool.
as a 128 gigabyte, essentially high-end MP3 player.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes.
Now, this will play FLAC files, and Sony claims it'll hold up to 33 hours of them.
I doubt that.
I doubt that too.
I like to see that because you know from media editing and all the
Mhm.
strengths you've had as you've watched film die away to mini disc that died away to
Oh man, I miss mini disc.
thumb drive. Oh, so do I. Dude,
Yeah.
God, I have old. All right, tangent time.
Okay.
I have old recordings of my best friend Travis doing the old radio DJ show at his college,
Mhm.
and I did some in studio songs, and we did. I helped him host a handful of times. We were recording with my mini disc player.
Right.
Might have even been Walkman brand, or at least Sony, I think. We recorded quite a bit of that library of work, and I have that still in my apartment to this day. And I love mini disc. I used to play music for a time back in the day, and we would open record through the mini disc player and just get real quiet between songs so that I could later add a track mark, and then you just toss it up on whatever GarageBand style audio editing, mix it, and then burn it down to a disc right there. You could produce your own records.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it was the way to go, man. If it wasn't for the iPod, mini disc would be still around today. Love it.
I still have my mini disc.
Of course.
Yeah.
They're awesome, right?
Oh, that thing was amazing.
Yeah.
I still have my Zune. That's right.
I
said it.
I use my Zune almost every day still.
Oh,
it's
right
about
on.
to die, but I still use it. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I know we're having a moment of silence.
Oh,
again.
for sure.
It-
So the new Walkman
Mhm.
will operate on Android Jelly Bean 4.2. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's got 128 gigs and a slot for a micro SD, so you can expand on that.
Victory. That's
Yeah.
where you win right there.
Yeah.
Because Android has OTA updates that are super clean and fast. Supported SD card is awesome, and if they can tout that much, for the listener that may or may not know, and who knows, but FLAC is a lossless audio file. It's not compressed
Right.
into an MP3, MP4, whatever. And then there are brand exclusive. I think what is the Apple iTunes brand exclusive extension for their audio files? Is it MP4?
No, MP4 is the
MP4 is the
video file.
universal now, right? It's
Yeah.
video universal.
I forget what it is.
AAC?
AIA, AICC, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, FLAC is supposed to be complete, like if you were listening to a record on a record player. There's absolutely no compression loss when compiling into a digital version of the same soundtrack. So what that translates into is uses a hell of a lot of space when you have FLAC files. They're almost, in some cases, 3-4 times the size of an MP3. So if they're touting, what did you say was 33 hours FLAC files?
Yeah, 33 hours of playtime.
Pushing it 128 gigabytes. That's kind of respectable.
Mm-hmm.
My first Xbox Platinum, whatever, the Black Edition was 120. Right?
Mhm.
You're supporting a lot of stuff there. That's awesome. I love it. I'm probably gonna buy one.
Well, let me give you an idea. So, I think 128 gigs, right? But it's got the price
Yep.
tag of $1,200. That's just over
Yep.
$9.38 a gig.
Right. Well, how big
a
an
micro.
SD card can you expand this on?
Oh, you mean the amount?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, like a lot of the class is what, like 64 gigabytes right now, roughly. I mean, we're in a realm, so you probably know this better than I do. But like, what are micro SDs pulling now? Like 64? I think I got a 64 for my GoPro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounds like you're
Sorry,
clicking
yeah.
away.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying
yeah,
to figure
no,
out what
go
the
for it. Do
expandable
it.
is on it.
It's probably, yeah. One day we're gonna get to a terabyte on those damn things, and that's gonna scare me to death.
Oh,
Like, remember when a 56K modem was the best it would ever
remember when
be?
it was like I got a 2 gig or 150K? Or...
Oh my god! When I got my GB on the thumb drive, I wore that on my keychain.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
want to
sure.
be it. Yeah, that says gigabyte,
Yeah.
like a boss.
I don't. They're targeting the high end audiophiles, which really that's all who's gonna buy this thing. So
Studio production
Yeah.
quality stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you get it for FLAC for that much storage space and all this other stuff, dope. But are they going to make it at least look like a CD player that you can attach?
no,
to
I've
your
seen
hip?
the thing. It looks sleek, but I don't know, man. In the day and age where you've got a phone that can hold MP3s,
I know, right? Basically anything that can log into your Google account and get to your Google
Right.
Music or your account.
why-
Right.
I mean,
I hope to God they survive because I think this is super cool. I mean, fuck whatever. If you're that much of a music snob,
Right.
you're gonna love it. I mean, yes, that's my opinion. So if part of the Founder Nation listening right now is, you know what, I love FLAC 5, go for it, bud. No problems. But really,
I mean, I want them to succeed. I love the Walkman brand, but
totally.
it's cool.
Right?
I
Just
don't see
call
it
it.
working in the long run.
I
I
you
don't see
were
it working
cut
in the long run is my thought. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be very boutique, I think, like your high-end audio video store that you would have turned Radio
Right.
Shack into.
Which I actually
last
went into a
episode.
Radio Shack today. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Follow-up number 1 complete. What happened?
I was looking for a. Okay, so this gets really technical, and I don't know. I don't know if you'll know what this is.
Yeah.
Maybe you will. I don't know.
Okay.
I wanted
I got
a
Google.
shoe mount DSLR shotgun microphone with a
Yeah,
1/8 connector because we got that new camera.
I do know what.
So I was just curious to see what those cost. The
Right
guy
on.
looks at me and says, "I've got mics over here."
That's
Shows me
perfect.
karaoke mics, like the
Karaoke
little crappy
microphone,
ones.
right?
I'm like,
Yep. Technica cable straight has an on-off switch
Right,
on it. Like,
right.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm like, do you know what a shoe mount is?
Well, did you throw down with some George Michael
Huh?
though? Did you throw down with some George Michael though? Be like, all right, you're handing me a karaoke.
Oh no.
Let's do.
I did have to explain what a shoe mount was. I had to explain what a shotgun mic was, and then since I was given
Right.
the lesson, I explained what a lavalier mic was as well, and how he didn't
Right.
have any of them except a handheld. And then
Now I know some of those from music playing days, but the shotgun mic for sure because I'm a GoPro owner, so I'm also looking to accessorize for, mobile applications and standalone applications
yeah.
and stuff. So did he cry or like was he just that befuddled? What happened?
he told me to just go online and look for it.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I know, man.
This is why you cannot say that. That's why we covered the story.
Yeah, you know.
Ugh.
I was like, you don't think any of the other stores might have it? He just shrugs. Yeah.
Really? He
shrugged
at
at
you?
me.
Can we have this man on the podcast?
He was like just some high
Can we
school
do
kid.
that? I don't
Yeah.
care. We'll go on.
I just felt bad for the guy, man.
Hey there, I'm gonna need to borrow your student.
But I did decide to walk
there,
around
guy.
and just see what they have.
Yeah. What was that experience like? So this is fresh night. I think we to know. Since,
Well, okay.
last episode
So they
we
did have the crystal radio kit, which was awesome. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, I have no idea what's.
Yeah,
crystal radio
you use
kit.
like these crystals and make your own radio. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like a quartz type crystal to help power the radio. I don't even know. Yeah, it's something
Really?
like that.
That's
It's sorcery.
yeah.
It's
so
sorcery.
kitschy, right?
So they had that. They had something interesting which I'd never seen before. They had modeling clay and paint sets, and it was
Yeah.
billed as you could create your own stop motion animations with it because you could constantly move the modeling clay as needed.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw something stop motion commercially? A Tool video?
Probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
or whatever Tim Burton produced film was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's the only people I know. The last major thing I can think of is the Fantastic Mr. Fox. But that's about it.
Oh man, any other gems besides the crystal?
Oh man, what else? A surprising amount of cell phone cases that looked
Oh,
really
man.
cheap, but were way overpriced. And what you were talking about, how turning them into a cell phone realtor?
So, looking back on that
Mhm.
conversation, yes. And the thing is, like, they have cell phones there. They have, like, flip phones and stuff like that. Under the pretense of this company is dying, and they might go at the point of, I have to chase trends to create revenue before this goes down. If we could just round whatever curve the the revenue strategist would give you at that point. You're going to sacrifice, but you have to chase trends at that point. The only relevant dealership marketplace that's even close to something that is the image of what you, in my opinion, would have been cell phones. Yes. Now, under the context of, from a business perspective, under the context of I have to rebrand or re-image an old school Coors and Myers store, right? That because that's how they built an empire. That would take more time, even 2 years prior to where they're at now, I feel, to make that work. Because what you suggested costs a bunch of money. Like, would it work? Yeah, probably. But, I mean, the context of the story was that they had to pay, and they couldn't even afford to pay to close the store. So 2 years ago, if you're chasing trends, that's likely, yes, I'll stand by that. That's likely what I would have gone to. If it was, how do you save this company, and you had, 2 years ago to, to completely redefine what you do for like a backbone core environment of what you do, I don't know. That would take a little more thought, I think, than on the spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know without a lot of forethought into that. But it's heartbreaking, but it's kind of like, it's overdue. I mean, your experience is that he referred you to an online retailer,
right?
Anyway,
and not even RadioShack.com.
How much more emboldening of that point? Yeah. How much more emboldening of that point can you get? So.
Yeah, the store was just interesting to walk through, just because of how dead it was inside.
Man, where was it?
Coeur d'Alene. Yeah.
Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah. But they did have a great amount of RC cars, so that was cool.
Yes. Yeah. Hobby store.
Yeah,
there you go.
You're closer to that.
That's boutique. Yeah, you've already got the inventory. You don't even need to spend money to invest.
Yeah, just rebrand.
We're Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah, there you go. That's not a bad idea. All right, well, let's take a break, and then we'll come on back with our discussion topic.
Excellent. Okay. Sounds good.
Buying a used vehicle can be very stressful, but HaggleChamp.com makes it much easier. At HaggleChamp.com, all you have to do is tell us what make, model, and year that you're after, and we'll alert our dealer network. Our dealers will give you their offer, and you can declare your #1 contender. That's the offer you like the best so far. This then re-notifies the dealer network and encourages them to give you an even better deal. It's free to use, so head over to HaggleChamp.com. That's HaggleChamp.com.
Awesome. Welcome back, Founder Nation. I am Angel.
And I'm Dan in Post Falls.
We are stoked to have you back. This, of course, brought to you proudly by HaggleChamp.com, where you can buy like a champ.
Absolutely.
Save like a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, we covered a lot in the news stories. We got carried away, but I think it was relevant, man. I think it was good.
The Radio Shack was relevant because I just went there a few hours ago.
Of course, and it's a good follow up. Hit us up though. This is where we tell you to reach out to us, talk to us, shout at us, yell at us, throw stuff at us when you see us on the street.
Yeah, somebody wants to be our intern.
Be our intern. Send us a video resume. You can send us to angel@hagglechamp.com
or Daniel@hagglechamp.com.
Yeah, you can always. Everyone follows us on Twitter, of course, Angel Aspects 21, or what are you at Dan Reyes?
At Dan Reyes, yeah.
Yes, let's do it. Follow us. Anyway, discussion topic.
Yeah, so we talk a lot about startup business and like kind of like pitfalls and things like that. And pitfalls.
That's gross. Oh, pitfalls.
Yeah. Did I say pitbull?
You said pitful.
Right. Well, that too.
Like you were full of a pit, like full of. Ugh. I don't know. Go ahead.
Or Pitbull, the rapper, who.
Oh yeah, of course, worldwide.
Yeah, Mr. 305.
Yeah, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, I know most people have been dogging on him for his New Year's Eve celebration. I didn't, but yeah, I didn't even realize he made that pun.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure you can do that.
Man, I like Pitbull. He's one of mine. He's one of my peoples. So I gotta support. And if Pitbull,
dude, I wish we had more like Irish superstars in the music world. Like, what do we got?
You got Bono.
That's it.
Conan O'Brien?
No, I mean in the music world. Like, and yes, he's a talented guitarist, lesser known fact. But you can't really think of anyone else. There's like a handful
Liam
of,
Lynch?
TV personalities. And, yeah, I guess,
No,
right?
Liam
Neeson, he's
Lynch.
kind of. Oh, Liam Lynch, yeah, true. Neeson's Scot,
I
isn't
thought
he?
so.
Like
Yeah, I
an
think he's
Irish
Scottish.
tribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan might be Irish. I could be way off on that. Plays a lot of English roles, but I don't think he's English.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Yeah. Colin
I
Farrell.
know I met him once, and he was really
This
nice.
is a handful in the movie.
Yeah.
You met him? Oh, do tell. Really? You met Bond, and I didn't know about
Yeah,
this?
when they were shooting what was it, Dante's Peak out here.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
deep, a long time ago. You met the guy?
Yeah, he was walking down Sherman, the main drag here in Coeur d'Alene.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Dude, how did that
Remember
go?
Roger's Ice Cream? Yeah, he was
Yes,
up
I
that
did.
way getting ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said it was a lovely day and
What'd
he
you
liked
get?
the town. Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. That was it, all right? That was like short.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
conversation.
too long. It was just like, hey, you're James Bond. You know?
Yeah, right?
He's like, yeah, I'm in your town making a movie. Deal with it. No, he wasn't like that, but he was super nice. You know? I
Oh,
think
dude, I
he
want
bought
Pierce
some
on
of the
the show.
people's ice cream there. You know, just yeah.
Excellent. I want him on the show. Can you make that happen in your
Oh, I don't
TV
have any direct
15
connections
years?
to him now.
Oh, come on. 15 years of
15
TV?
years of TV doesn't mean 15 years in
Superstar.
filmmaking.
We could work.
Well, hey, why don't we reach out? Maybe somebody out there knows him.
God, we need an intern.
No, I'm just saying somebody in the Founder
Jeez.
Nation might know him. Or
That's true. If you know Pierce Brosnan wants to be on the show, clear up some of the confusion about his.
Oh, you know who I want?
heritage. No.
I don't even want
What's
Pierce
that?
Brosnan. This is my wish list. Somebody out there's
Uh-huh.
got to be able to make this happen. I want Ralph Macchio.
Okay. Oh, that would
Wouldn't
be
it?
sick.
I
That'd
want
be
Ralph
so
Macchio,
sick.
and I think it's doable.
Could we? Okay, so if he's either closer to you or closer to
No,
me,
I have an
will-
idea.
I will videotape. I'll have him
No,
speak the
better.
letter If I Yeah.
Okay, Twitter campaign, and get him on
Mhm.
the show, even if it's for like 5 minutes.
yes,
Hold on, let me find a Twitter account. I think it's at Ralph Macchio, but let me make sure. Yeah, it's at Ralph Macchio.
yes, please tweet at Ralph Macchio and say that he needs to be on Foundation.
We got to get
for
Lucky on this
Founders
because
and-
Lucky will help do this.
Oh wait, what? You cut
We
out.
have to get Lucky on board because Lucky will help help make this happen.
That's true. Yeah, we'll work this out. We'll work this out.
I think it's
I
really
hope.
doable.
Do you really? You
I'm not
must
kidding.
think so.
No. Think about it. Yes, let's.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. I'm just
Do you
trying to
not
figure
want
out
the
if I'm gonna
Karate
win
Kid on your
another
show?
wager or not. No, I want him to be. I just think I would wager against that.
Oh, I bet within 3 months we can get him on the show, even for 5 minutes, or just to cut us an audio thing saying, "Hey, you're listening to Foundations for Founders. This is Ralph Macchio. Sweep the leg."
Okay, so what happens if we don't get him
Oh,
on
I'll cry.
and I win?
Oh, I'm not doing any more bets with you. No, I've learned.
Oh, come on. You have not. You haven't even gone through with the. We haven't even done the live
No.
cast yet.
What happens if I win?
We gotta put something on this.
No, I'm not gonna feed your gambling addiction.
You heard it here first, Founder Nation. The CEO does not believe we're gonna get.
No,
Ralph
I
Macchio
believe
on.
we're gonna get Ralph Macchio. You do not put words in my
Yeah.
mouth.
No, he says he believes, but he won't put anything behind. I'm just saying.
What do you want me to put on the line?
I don't even know, man. Like, we've covered a drink. What would you safely wager that's not unquote extreme?
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Like it would have to be
Let's
something
think-
weird.
Okay. Let's think about that, and we'll blaze into our discussion topic that we tried to get to.
I'm too busy thinking about
But
Ralph
keep-
Macchio now.
I know. You got Ralph Macho. You got Ralph.
I got Ralph on
brain?
the brain, baby.
You Ralph
I'm
bro?
Ralphing. Man, we need to get Ralph. Oh man, everybody needs a tweet at Ralph Macchio. Get him on Foundations
Please.
for Founders.
Ralph Macchio. Yeah.
Oh man, That's amazing.
Yeah, hashtag famous for a day is my sort of.
I'm gonna make some
foundation.
graphics.
Yeah.
So people.
Do
Yeah,
it.
I will. I'll do it as I'm editing the show. You know I will.
I live for this show, man. That's
Oh,
why.
man.
This is exactly why. It's the Ralph Macchio.
The Ralph
campaign.
Macchio Power Hour.
Power Hour.
We'll rename the show for one episode.
Okay.
If we can get him to like sit in on the show, hang out, talk news stories with us.
And also, I will say this: if we have the folks on the Twitterverse helping us out on this one too, the person whose tweet finally convinces Ralph Macchio to be on the show.
Oh, I don't think it'll be one person's tweet. It'll be just the wave of people going after him saying you need to.
If there's the straw that broke the camel's back, and we'll ask Ralph if it's like the straw that broke the camel's back, or if it was somebody that was like, yeah, you should do this, and you listen to him. They also get to be on the podcast. They get to share with us a little time here on Foundations for Founders.
I guess, but yeah, man, we need Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, I mean, this is where internet radio superstardom is born, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. All right, let's go over these marketing strategies. These defining your audience.
Okay.
Yeah. Number one, are they fans of Ralph Macchio? No, I'm kidding.
Sure. Yes.
Right. Which we are. So there you go. All right. So this comes to us from marketingdonut.co.uk. And it's basically 6 steps that you can do to kind of figure out who your target audience is. Because
they're cool.
Yeah, it's a great idea to know who you're pitching your product and or service to. Mm-hmm. So it just helps you with advertising, with content creation. You know, who are you after? When I was creating videos and commercials for clients, that was the first thing I would ask them was like, who is this video targeting? Who are you trying to reach? 9 times out of 10, they'll come to me and say, oh, just anybody. Well, that's not an answer.
Yeah.
Because if it's just anybody, then you're not going to reach anybody. You have to have a targeted message. Like, trying to think. 24-hour fitness. Who do they go after? They go after people who care about their physical fitness or want to care about it and want to change their bodies. They don't go after just anybody. They go after those people. You know?
Yeah.
What is the other one? Late night TV is full of what? Fast food commercials. Why? Because you're hungry, it's late at night, and you're realistically not going to cook for yourself. So go get some fast food. You know? It's that kind of deal.
Is that why they buy airtime that late at night, do you think?
Oh, that's exactly why. That is exactly why. Think about like when you watch golf, all right? Because everybody watches golf. What's being advertised? It's usually investment firms.
Right.
It's luxury vehicles.
Right.
Retirement stuff. You know, retirement planning, stuff like that. Because that's who tends to watch that. So, no, I'm serious. I mean, just if you want to know who watches these shows, pay attention to the commercials. You know,
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just funny that I put it that way.
Yeah, it is funny that you put it that way because I mean I've been in marketing for most of my professional life too, and it does make a lot of sense. But it's hilarious to hear you say. And retirement homes.
Well,
yeah,
but I mean it's true.
Right, right. I mean, if it works, it works.
You know,
right.
Yeah, man. It's just you can tell who watches the shows. Like, okay, I love pro wrestling. What gets advertised on wrestling? I'm not even kidding. Pizza. Slim Jims. Oh yeah.
I think it's pronounced. Ooh yeah.
All right, we have to have a Macho Man off. Give me your best Macho Man impression.
Actually, my buddy at work is phenomenal at this because he has a really deep voice.
All right.
But I will give it a shot. All right. Ooh yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let me think of one. Okay, so if I'm gonna harness the madness, that was one of his nicknames. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna do the yeah because everybody does that.
Yeah.
I think I'll do this.
Way to knock me down, man.
It's not that. I've got to do different. I can't just do the same. Oh yeah. Okay. See, the Macho Man talks really soft at first, and then he builds up and talks really loud, and then brings it back down. It's
Not
pretty
bad.
horrible.
That's not bad though. That was first
Yeah,
run. I
all
like
right.
it.
I don't really do a Macho Man, but whatever. So let's go through these ways to
So we're identifying our target
identifying our
audience.
target audience.
Yeah.
Whether it be
Okay.
Macho Man, Randy Savage, or Ralph Macchio.
Mhm.
Here's different ways.
Sure.
So
Here's
So
different
the number
ways.
one step, understand the problem you solve. Okay.
Okay.
So what problem does your good and or service solve? So in the case of HaggleChamp, we solve the issue for customers who want to negotiate a car price, but really either don't want to do it, are intimidated by the process, don't know how to do it. We solve that problem.
Right.
Their second one says paint a picture of the customer. It says start with a list of different types of customers that suffer from the problem you solve. Once done, you can start building a picture of that customer. Group them by location. For example, high net worth individuals tend to live in certain postcodes. Group them by market sectors. Are they manufacturers, recruitment agents, and so on. Ask yourself what other type of relevant questions about these people. Are they married? Are they male, female? Do they play golf? Define them in as many relevant ways as possible. This is more like breaking them down into demographics.
Yeah, this is tactic style stuff.
So,
yeah,
but that's kind of true. Like, okay,
it's a perspective.
yeah, for sure.
But like, so same exact question, right? Paint a picture of the customer. What is Verizon painting for themselves or their customers by merging with AOL, or entertaining the idea of using them to produce video content?
So Verizon then
Still don't know what they're good at.
So Verizon is probably going after the individual who enjoys unique content, but doesn't have a lot of time on their hands. So they're going to want short, small, mobile content. No show that's over 15 minutes, something you can watch on the train, something you can watch on the bus, get in, get out. Unlike a Netflix that, the shortest thing on there is 22 minutes, maybe, so you're pretty married for 22 minutes to sitting down and watching that. Now, I do know people who watch Netflix on their phones while they're running at the gym or something, but even then you're kind of tied up for a while. I would say Verizon and AOL, that merger, it's just people. I would say you're after. Okay, so if it's me, my thought is I want higher age teenagers, so 17, 18, 19 years old, college students, and maybe young professionals. I don't think you're going to get your 35-year-old dad of two. I don't think you're going to get your 55-year-old grandpa with that. Now, if you create a almost like a sports center that only lasts 15 minutes with just quick highlights of the night, maybe, but you would have to have more of that broad-based programming that reaches out to more people. I think that's how you get that kind of customer, but I don't think I'd start there. Just the licensing fees for the NFL, NBA, all those guys, it's ridiculous. But at least start there with more broad or more targeted shows. So maybe interviewing the top pop stars of the day, maybe behind the scenes of movies and partner with a couple movie studios so you get exclusive rights to behind the scenes of, pick a movie that's coming out in 6 months, Avengers 2 or whatever, stuff like that. Of course you do your tech shows because it's easy to produce and whoever's going to be watching that is clearly tech savvy. So you go after tech. Do you think I'm wrong or right, or what do you think?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right, number 3. Who gains from the value in your offer? So, to me, that's kind of like number 2, but a little bit. The weird way is I'd probably flip these two. I'd say who's your problem, who gains from it. Now, great. Now that you know who gains from it, paint that customer into a picture. I think those two need to be flipped. But whatever. That works. let's see. Should we move on to number 4? Okay,
Yeah,
think
go for
about
it.
your market. Today we live in a world of niches. For example, we are no longer prisoners of television schedules. We watch what we want to watch at our convenience for almost anywhere in the world, meaning every person can enjoy a unique viewing experience. The web is fantastic in delivering personalized products and services, cutting out many of the distribution channels that previously existed. So, basically thinking about where are those people's eyeballs and attention going to be. So, like, okay, HaggleChamp. We, where's our target audience? Our target audience is, younger people getting their first car or starting families. So great. Where are those people's eyeballs? Are they watching TV? The 5 o'clock news, 6 o'clock news? Probably not. They might watch primetime television, maybe. Or do they visit websites? Do they visit podcasts? Should we do retargeting on the internet? That kind of stuff. Really just depends. You've got to figure out where the people are that you're going after. And again, like, go to some websites and see what's advertised on those websites. Is it, did you go to ESPN.com and now you're going to CNN.com and now you're seeing advertisements for the next NBA game? Well, that's because that cookie is following you from ESPN to CNN. So it's kind of not a fair assessment of who goes to the sites. But look at TV shows too. Same idea. Like, who advertises on those shows? Why do they advertise on those shows? Who's their target demo? And that'll help start giving you an idea of where audiences are and how to gauge how to go after them. Do you have anything else you want to add to that?
It really depends on the service that you provide, I feel.
Okay, well,
because I agree with that to a point, and to a point I disagree in the fact that if it's a emboldening the buyer for buying power stuff, if it's a lifestyle company, the backbone of what you do is putting the same thing that has always been into a new spin. How to buy a new car differently, or a used car differently. How to buy, razor blades differently. There's yes and no. I mean, demographics are not everything in what you do.
No, they aren't. They help, but they're more of a guidepost than a rule.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, so number 5, look internally at your company. One way of deciding on the right markets to pursue is to think about your company and your business. Do you have a particular area of expertise? Do you have unique knowledge of a specific geographical region? Are you better at getting on with certain types of people? So, I'm trying to think. Just play to your strengths.
It's timeless.
That's true.
Right?
And then the final one is, what else is available? Why am I uniquely placed to solve this problem? What makes you better than the competition? Why should anyone go with your company as opposed to others? That basic question. What makes you you? And use that in your marketing. So.
Well, there it is.
What makes us us? What makes us us is we want Ralph Macchio.
Yeah. That's factually correct. That's true.
Yeah. So that's.
And those are 6 steps to live by according to
marketingdonut.co.uk.
.co.uk. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I mean, it's pretty much the show. I told you at the beginning, hey, let's do a quick show. Yeah.
It's a podcast.
It's all good. Yeah.
Right. That's what we're here for. Staying late for you.
All right. Well, we better end it. Call it a wrap for sure. So tweet at Ralph Macchio, or you can reach me at Dan Reyes or Daniel@hagglechamp.com.
Yep. Twitterverse, I'll be found at AngelAspects21, or as always, Angel@hagglechamp.com.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the show. Have a great night.